Hello, everyone. I am the Thewitchatarian, and I am here to do your read for today, April 4th, 2020. And today is a special day because today is the day where Pluto aligns with Jupiter. And we have this beautiful portal opening up, and it's allowing us to really transcend this energy from the universe and create a life that we really want to manifest, as well as on a whole as a collective, to help change and I guess destroy or let things crumble, things like society and systems that no longer serve us, very archaic patriarchal ways of doing things are going to start essentially, being released. They no longer serve us. They no longer serve us as on a personal level, on a, country level, on a collective level. These are just very old systems, and we are given the opportunity with these planets aligning to allow this energy to really take it and transform it into something really cool and beautiful. And this is the opportunity to, create that new heaven on earth. Sorry, my voice is like a little crackly. Okay, so I'd already pulled the cards, and it's gonna look like I totally set them up and like picked out the ones that I wanted, but I did not, I promise. So I'm gonna start the read. We have the overall energy here with these cards, and we have, and I'm not even kidding, we have 8, 8, 11, 8. So, and we actually have the 8 on the bottom of this deck as well. So all of the 8s are out. And what that tells me is that what I'm feeling is, so the 8 is the infinity sign. So this is a strong time for manifestation. So looking within yourself and finding out what it is exactly that you want to manifest. What in these next few months, few years, are you wanting to create in your life? Are you wanting to let go of the old? Are you wanting to let go of that like structured 9 to 5, work my ass off, never ever have a break kind of job? Do you want to let that go and allow for something that you've been wanting for a long time? Even when you were like younger, like what it is that drove you, like those things that give you passion, give you desire, give you the, like the zest of life. So this is a huge time of like getting clear and want and whatever it is that you're wanting, allowing it to manifest during this time of rest. And so we have positive movement forward, emotional withdrawal, balance, and then accelerated motion. So positive movement forward. So we know that whatever energy we're taking during this time, we can see what we want to manifest on the other side. So we're moving towards the light. We're moving away from whatever it is that no longer serves us. And this emotional withdrawal, if you look at him, I don't want to mess up the camera, but so he's sitting on the beach and he's kind of like in solitude and he's praying. And so this is a huge time, and I don't know if you guys have saw a few posts that have been going around, but this is a huge time for meditation, and especially tonight, I think around 7:45 Pacific time, and you can find out what time in your area, but today is a huge time of this huge group collaboration meditation. So if you can during this time, because this is when the portal is opening and when everyone's kind of getting together and trying to set their intentions. So it's a huge time to meditate, going within, getting clarity within, and drawing that universal energy into you, and so that you can become the vessel that allows that energy to flow through. Because on this plane, we are divine creatures, and we are here to create, expand, and essentially to serve and help others and the collective. So when we are looking to manifest what it is we want and what it is we're desiring, we need to make sure that it has this balance between ourself and what we can offer or give to the collective. And we need to make sure that we're balancing our energies. So there needs to be an amazing balance of giving and receiving. I think in the old life, it was very much, you were either giving, or on the flip side, you were taking. So we can see that within like our government systems and those sorts of things. So there needs to be all of a sudden this flow, this balance between what it is that we want to give and take and receive, and give and take and receive. And so when we are in that kind of mindset, it's easy to give because we have this energy of receiving too. So there's this constant replenish. We're not feeling drained. We're not just giving, and we're also stepping into our passions. And when we do that, there becomes like this internal connection to source. And because source is infinite, we have this internal like source of power, energy. So it's pretty cool. And then we have accelerated motion, another 8 on the bottom. So with this, and I don't know if you can see, but there's a star she's looking at. So it's that accelerated motion, like tapping into the divine. It's not, when we become aligned with the divine, things tend to happen faster than usual. So be prepared for this to, be a sudden shift. And some people might find it really clicks for them and really fast. And actually underneath here we have the firm foundation. So what we're doing is we're setting up a firm foundation for the future. This isn't something that is going to be, just going to happen for a month or two, and then, everything's going to go back to how it was. Things are shifting, and we want to make sure our foundation is nice and sound so that it doesn't get shook when something else happens in the future. Okay, and then so we have the Knight of Wands here, and we have the Knight of Swords, and in the middle we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so if I take out I'm not going to take it out, but the Knights, these two Knights, so the Knight of Swords is a very quick, impulsive, action-oriented knight, and the Knight of Wands is very action-oriented as well. It's adventure, fearlessness. But what I'm getting here is that it's like they almost clash. They're almost running into each other. There's too much energy coming in on both sides, and not enough. It's not enough thinking. It's not enough trusting and surrendering in the universe. And that's what we have here with the wheel. So I know that I'm saying, like, get really clear on what you want to manifest and what your intentions are, what you're wanting to make happen in these next few months, but don't rush into things. Like, don't all of a sudden, tell everyone, I'm divorcing you, I'm quitting my job, I'm doing all this. I want you to really go within and allow the universe to kind of come in and softly lead you to where you need to go. Okay, so I know that once we get clarity on where it is we want to go, we tend to want to rush and be impulsive, but the universe is telling us just to, allow for that softness to come in, allow for you to really step into meditation. This is going to be huge for you in these next coming weeks and months. So listening to that inner intuition, that inner voice, and know that you are being divinely guided. So there is no rush in one direction. There is no forcing it, okay? So allowing yourself to kind of step into this hermit mode, as we all are right now, and embracing it and enjoying the hermit mode. Learn the things that you wanted to learn, do the things that you've always wanted to do. And so we have the hermit right beside the Knight of Cups, and that's really cool because we have all three knights here, and I told you this read was very cool the way it got set up. And So in this hermit mode, we're allowed to, step into our emotions and feel into the universe, and then go at a steady pace. Go at a steady pace to where it is we're wanting to go. Yeah. So it's this beautiful energy of allowing the universe to gently guide us to where we want to go, and it's taking us somewhere to where we're passionate about. Our cup is full, and when our cup is full, we're able to pour that into others, which is really, really cool. Okay, and then down below here we have the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Swords, and then we have the 2 of Cups in the middle. So I feel like for a lot of you, this will be your passion, your 2 of Cups, which is like, the 2 of Cups is like a soul connection. So it's a soul connection to either your job, or this could be a relationship coming to you, and it's a soul relationship. It's being divinely guided by the universe. And so when I look at this as a relationship, I see that just because the 2 9s, it's like both people have completed what they needed to complete over on these sides. So on this side, it was like whoever was on this side, there was a lot of struggles, a lot of unknowns, a lot of old belief systems, and those sorts of things. It was this kind of hectic journey, but it was like a journey you kind of had to do by yourself. They were learning who they were, and they were trying to hold on to a lot of like old belief systems and things that no longer serve them. And once they drop this, because 9s are about completions and endings as well, right? So they figured out kind of who they were. And on this side here, we have the 9 of Swords. And so the 9 of Swords is another completion. So we have this person over here really letting go of their old belief systems, and they were holding on to a lot of grief and shame and those sorts of things. And this can be about society as a whole too, right? Like we've been holding on to these things that no longer serve us, so we've been kind of like death gripping them and basing our whole identity around them. And in doing so, it's really, really blocked ourselves from allowing these beautiful blessings to come in, through relationships, through, our jobs that we're passionate about, and those sorts of things. So I can see this kind of like as like a falling away of things that no longer served us, and we're left with this beautiful love, this beautiful connection, and we haven't felt that for a really long time. And this other 8 that was on the bottom of the deck, the 8 of Swords, that's also a theme too. And so when I think of the 8 of Swords, it's self-victimization. We've been in this mode of poor me, why me, why me? And it's allowing that to fall away and really trusting in the universe and stepping into our power. And so we have the World here, and I feel like it's all about stepping into our power and to really align ourselves, not only within ourselves but with the universe. This is going to be a time where we're throwing our trust, and we are leaning, like we're essentially just becoming one with the universe. And so that just allows for blessings. That allows for literally the last card in the deck. So it allows for fulfillment, harmony, completion, all the things that we thought we could never have because we weren't good enough. Those times are over. We now know we are good enough because we are a part of the divine, and the divine is everything, and the divine is obviously good enough. So this is going to be a joyous time, but it's going to require you to trust. And I know that's not easy for everyone because everyone really is different, and a lot of people like to hold on to routines. They like to hold on to what they know. But if we look at the laws of the universe, change is a universal law. So change is happening all the time, whether we see it or not, whether we can see it like at a cellular quantum level. There is always change. There is always movement. There is always these things happening, and we get to decide now if we want it to be positive or not. Okay? So I'm going to leave you guys there, and I hope you have an amazing day, and don't forget to meditate and raise your vibration. Have a great day, y'all.